Stepping Stone families, thank you for joining me today. I'm out in my garden again and I went on a little nature hunt and found lots of great items in my garden I'm going to talk about today. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of math and also thinking about some beginning sounds of the in the alphabet, and also having a little bit of fun with some nature as well. So my question to you boys and girls at home is that, do you think you only use math when you're at school? Only when you go to school at Stepping Stones? Or when you're heading to the big school, right, our Coyotes? What do you think? Well, the answer is no. You use math all the time and you probably don't even realize it. So think about it. What if you are in the kitchen and you're helping your parents cook, or maybe you're baking some cookies? If you count out the items from your pantry, you're doing math. If you measure the items that you need in that bowl of yours, right, you're doing math. What about if you are playing with your toys and maybe counting them? You're doing math. Or what about a board game or a card game, or maybe even counting puzzle pieces? I bet you're doing some math. Lots of ways that you're probably doing math without even realizing. What about when you're out on a hike? What if you count the number of butterflies you find, or the number of plants or flowers or birds you see flying in the sky too? So many ways, right, that you can do math outside as well and have fun. What about if you're playing, has anyone ever played hopscotch or something fun like that outside where you're practicing counting? So lots of different ways we can do math at home, when we're out and about, and also of course when we're at school too, right? So one of the things I wanted to share with you today is that I just went on a little nature hunt in my garden, and here are some items I found. I found a rock, I found some pine cones, I found some leaves. See these nice green leaves? I found many dandelions. We have a lot of dandelions out in our garden right now. And I found some different sticks, which I guess we could call these bark or sticks. They've definitely come off of the trees. So I found lots of cool items, and what I want you to do is when you are out and about and you want to do a little nature hunt, we're going to practice counting 1 through 5. So count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I challenge you to go even higher with this little activity as well. Why not? So I wanted to find items for you today. So I specifically counted out 1 through 5. So I found 1 rock, and then I wanted to find 2 of something. So that's where I found my 2 pine cones. Then I was thinking, what could I find in my garden? 3 of something, and that's where I found my 3 different leaves. And then I picked up the 4 different sticks that I had. And then I picked up 5 of these beautiful dandelions. Okay. And then I'm going to show you a special chart that I have as a fun idea for you. So this is made with recycled cardboard. So maybe your parents have a box that if they're going to recycle it, you could cut a part of it, or just use some paper. And I used a special, Sharpie marker, but you could have fun with crayons and colored pencils and whatever you have at home, a pen or something, okay? So what I did here is I have 3 different columns. Can you count with me? 1, 2, 3. This column is called how many. And if you notice on my how many, I have the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because today I'm just going to count to 5, but you could definitely go higher and have 2 pieces of paper or however many you need, okay? The next column is called nature, and that's where we're going to put our special nature hunt items in a moment. And this column is beginning sounds, and your parents are going to be helping you make this chart and having fun. So I have the different beginning sounds of the items that I found, and that's where your parents can kind of have a little game with you in a moment, okay? So let's practice some of the sounds. This is the letter R, makes that R sound. P, 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 P. L makes a ooh, like leaf. Oh, it's kind of a hard one there, so practice that one. S, snake, right? S, and F, f. So those are our sounds, and we're going to do like a special game. So I have to think of what is one item that I have. I'm going to move the screen down a little bit for you. What's one item that I have from my nature hut that begins with the letter R? Can you guess it? Well, I found a rock. Rock. And it's 1, and it matches that number 1, and it matches that beginning sound. What about 2? What was it that I got 2 of that begins with the letter P, and it makes the sound p? You guessed it right. I got 2 pine cones, so I'm going to place them in my chart. What was it that I had 3 items of that begins with that L, which makes that ooh, like leaf? 3 leaves. Think about the number 4. What items do I have 4 of that begins with S? You got it. I have 4 sticks. I guess I could have done B for bark too. You could do that as well. Then my last item is 5. What do I have 5 of that begins with the letter F and makes the sound f? Flower, right? It's a dandelion, it's a flower. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you could practice counting those items. I have 1 rock, 1, 2 pine cones, 1, 2, 3 leaves, 1, 2, 3, 4 sticks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 flowers. And then you can practice going over the beginning sounds as well. So there are lots of ways to have fun with this activity. You could go higher in your numbers. You could just do this little nature hunt and think about only counting, or you could just think about beginning sounds. It's really up to you. You could have a lot of fun. And another great idea is, what if in my column that says nature, what if I put toys there instead? You could count all the different toys that you have at home and have fun with that too. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope you have a really great afternoon. Here's Ziki, and have fun with this activity. All right, friends. Thank you again. Bye-bye.